What's going on, guys? Nick Rager here, full-time online coach. In this video, I'm breaking down the 4 quadrants of life, how negative energy, positive energy, high energy, and low energy affects your daily life. And I'm literally going to break down exactly what's wrong with the world because this has everything to do with it. Starting off, we have 4 types of energy. We have positive, high energy. Think of these as the big wins. I'm going to come back and touch on all of them. Then we have negative high energy. This is when you crash out, you tweaked out, whatever. We have negative low energy. This is where anxiety and depression live. And then we have positive low energy. These are little things like reviewing your goals, okay? Low energy, high energy, negativity, positivity, okay? This is the chart. So let's dive into it. Positive high energy, okay? This is when we get big wins, right? You get to land a big job. For me, it was winning college wrestling matches, right? You lose 50 pounds. You put on 25 pounds of muscle. You close a $30,000 sale, right? You're getting married. These are positive high energy, okay? The problem is, this is such a small box. And in your daily routine, we do not touch a positive high energy every single day. Honestly, we may not touch one once a week. Some people touch one once a month. Others touch them once every 2 to 3 months, right? These are high things that we don't appreciate all of the low wins for because everyone's so focused on this. This is the top right quadrant, okay? Top left quadrant. This is negative high energy. This realm, realistically, it cuts over here and it's huge, okay? This is a big one. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You flip them off, slam on the gas or brake checking them. Okay, that's negative high energy. It could even be you obviously crashing out, but it's the little things, right? The sarcasm, right? If you're a teacher, sarcasm to little kids. You saying something mean or being a dick to your girlfriend or wife, right? Or starting an argument for no reason. Like this is the negative high energy, and this box, like I said, is over here, okay? Negative low energy. This is where anxiety and depression live, which is a huge one in today's world, okay? Anxiety is the fear of the future. Easy way broken it down. Obviously, there are other reasons, right? But that's a basic way to break it down. Depression is fear of the past, okay? Negative low energy is where negative self-talk and self-doubt live. What I've seen in my past is athletes all over the world, pro athletes, semi-pro, college, high school, whatever it is, athletes struggle with this. Obviously, millions and millions of people do throughout the world, but I saw it a lot when I was studying college, degree in exercise science, and I was studying athletes. I was a college athlete myself. I dealt with this tremendously. Awesome. And then the positive low energy, okay? This is the little things, okay? And this quadrant is like a sliver, and this is what's wrong with the world. I'm going to break it down right now, right? Meditation, breath work, reviewing your goals, taking care of your morning routine, taking care of your 5-4-5, being nice to people, opening the door, okay? This is positive low energy, okay? And so now you understand the quadrants of life to an extent. The problem with the world is, okay? This box is so small, okay? That's not what the problem is. This box for everyone is so small. People think that this box is bigger than it actually is. So they ignore the little wins, okay? Positive. You have to celebrate the little wins in order for the big wins to come, but nobody does, right? Little win, getting out of bed. Nobody freaking claps for you when you're getting out of bed. Eating the healthy meal, going on the walk, getting your steps in, hitting your protein goal. No one's clapping for you. Nobody honestly gives a shit about it, right? That's why it comes down to you. You have to celebrate the little wins. And I'm not talking about throw a party, but you have to acknowledge mentally. Your subconscious has to acknowledge the wins and not give yourself a reward, but give yourself positive self-talk instead of negative self-talk when you get the win, okay? This box is super small and people try and make it super big. Okay, great. Over here, negative energy. This cuts all the way over and down. Negative self-talk. This cuts all the way over. This quadrant's a sliver. This is super small. We don't even acknowledge the little wins. Like 90% of Americans, 90% of people in the world, the negative low energy and the negative high energy is what takes up this whole entire chart, okay? We only count the big wins. The small win, right? Losing 5 pounds. Like I said, getting your steps in. These need to be celebrated in your mind, in your subconscious with positive self-talk, okay? The size of the quadrants are so wrong, okay? In order to be dialed in personal development in order to honestly live a truly happy life. Because that's all this shit is about, right? Do what makes you happy. Do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's what I believe, right? In order to live a happy life, you have to be able, this quadrant has to be so small. And this quadrant has to be so small to where this, the positive low energy, and then the positive ones like getting out of bed, these ones are just over the axis, right? They're positive. It's not super low like meditation or breath work, but it's over the axis, right? Like these need to be huge. This is the smallest quadrant, okay? This is what's wrong with the world. Here's a test. If you ask ChatGPT, and I did it before I made this video, okay? This may not be the exact word for word, but if you ask ChatGPT on how to improve, right, your positive low energy, and you toss in goals, whatever you want to do. If it's fitness related, mental health related, if it makes you happy, if you literally ask Chat, how do you improve positive low energy? There was something else I said on the question, but it was similar to that, right? If you're trying to achieve something, say your raise, or talk to Chat, it probably knows you, okay? It is going to tell you meditation, breath work, reviewing your goals, all of the little things that people completely ignore. Like I'm getting fired up right now, but everybody ignores this. When I took a journey in my personal development, which was my last 2 years in college wrestling, and this is while I was coaching in-person clients and people online, I did nothing except dive into this positive. I've never been so dialed in my life, and it's because this was a huge part of my life. These little things are huge. Celebrating these, telling your partner, your girlfriend, whatever it is, are huge. Like you need to celebrate these in order for these to shrink. Okay, sides of quadrants, slice down. What did Chat say? Bottom right needs to be big. This has to be a huge part of your life. There is way more than this to this, okay? Writing down positive affirmations. Dude, when I shower, the shower fogs up. I have something written in my mirror, so every morning I see it. Like this, there's so much more than this. These are examples, right? But this needs to be so much bigger to be positive, low energy. Smell the flowers, go for a walk, get outside. Like this needs to be bigger, and once this is bigger, these shrink. There's very few, obviously you can do things to make these shrink, but what makes these actually shrink the fastest is taking this box seriously. This has to be big. We must shrink the negatives, and in order to do that, we have to focus on the positives. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The 4 quadrants of life are huge. They've changed my life. I've coached a ton of my online clients through this. Check out my Instagram and go see what's possible. And if you guys want to figure out how we can dial this into your lifestyle, click the link below. We'll jump on a call and we'll figure out how we can do it. I take hundreds of my online clients through this because everybody has different negative low energy. Everybody has different negative high energy. A lot of times people are right over the y-axis and they come into the middle, right? But they're not neutral thinking. They're thinking of situations in a negative way. Just because it's over here doesn't mean it's positive. Just because it's not super negative and not super positive doesn't mean it's not negative energy. This is still on the negative side. We have to be over here. And it doesn't mean you need to be fake happy. It means you have to take these things seriously. Ask Chad what I told you. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.